Kite Man. Hell yeah. We got a story from Tom King, which explains how Kite Man's famous phrase came about. So Tim King.
I don't know why I didn't open up this article because I was like, I just saw Kite Man catchphrase origin.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what?
Yeah. So former Batman writer Tom King revealed that his fan favorite catchphrase of Kite Man was actually a wild accident. Kite Man, hell yeah, dialogue that I put in a few years back that I proudly see everywhere now, wrote. King explained that the phrase first appeared in Batman #6, which went on sale in 2016 and served as the epilogue of King's first major story arc. I Am Gotham, illustrated by Ivan Reyes. The issue was intended as a fill-in issue to let us get a bit ahead of Batman's demanding bi-monthly shipping schedule. The majority of the issue focused on the trauma of Gotham Girl, and Kite Man was introduced as one of the three minor antagonists that she would encounter throughout the story. Originally debuted in the pages of 1960s Batman #133 as a gimmick villain who used a giant kite to commit crimes, Kite Man only appeared sporadically throughout the decades as a niche joke character, which is precisely why King selected him. Because you need to ask permission to use all the big villains, I decided to use very small ones and literally Googled most obscure Batman villains or some such, King wrote. I came up with 3 for the issue. Our 3 ghosts, Colonel Blimp, Captain Stingray, and Kite Man.
No. Say that right.
Stingeray?
Stingery.
Oh, Lord. Okay, and Kite Man. Now, in writing the issue, I only had 20 pages, and I found that after I had done the Stingery and Blimp parts, the room left for Kite Man was fairly limited. As such, he would get 1 page to show off his stuff, so it better be interesting. I decided to go with a camera follow where we see Kite Man making a daring robbery, flying into one side of a high-rise, grabbing treasure, and then flying out the other. As you don't talk much during a robbery, there wasn't much dialogue to write here, but I needed to identify the man as he hadn't been seen in a while.
What?
So I had him very sillily shout his own name at a moment of triumph. Kite Man's dramatic exaltation of his own name was all that originally appeared on the page. Reyes ended up illustrating King's script with the final dramatic panel that appeared oddly empty without dialogue. Where's the script? It read as one continuous action. It was now the setup for the joke. King explained, only problem is I hadn't written a punchline. The last panel was marked no dialogue. I had a big image of Kite Man enjoying his victory silently, and it didn't work. It was a big lead up to a big nothing. So, after deliberating between several I did it. And good job, me. King declared that he just had to get something in before his editors bothered him about deadlines. Hell yeah, became the placeholder of choice. When King submitted the script, he probably forgot about the 2 words until he received reviews of the issue and expected the random page of a random villain to be entirely forgotten in time. Instead, it hit some wonderful nerve, King said, and people started to send the page to me and quote the page and joke about the page, and it was really kind of awesome. That doesn't happen too often, and I never appreciate it when it does. Fam, I cannot think of a better villain origin story than hell yeah.
Let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask you an honest question.
Mm-hmm.
Before the Harley Quinn show, were you familiar with Kite Man? Because I'm honest. I'll be honest. I cannot say that I was. Before Harley Quinn, I didn't know.
I had heard of him, but in the same way that I heard of like Polka Dot Man and King Condiment King and Calendar Man.
All of those. I've heard of Condiment King,
seen
Calendar
him in action,
Man.
No. Seen him in action, no, but I had heard of him.
I never heard of Kite Man. Like I said, Condiment King, yeah. Polka Dot Man, yeah. Calendar Man, yeah. All them crazy ones. But Kite Man was one that had never really came. It's just wild. I never knew. And then they're just like, yo, I'm running out of space. What the fuck do I put? Hell yeah. And then that becomes
the fact that it was placeholder dialogue is hilarious.
It was placeholder.
Just because he's got a point. You aren't saying a lot during a robbery. You're trying to fucking get the job done. Unless you're fucking Mad Hatter who has to rhime every goddamn thing.
Which is why I don't understand how he has never caught more. This motherfucker has to make full limericks.
But to the point where he then got another boost because of Harley Quinn, because they were just like, yo, who would be funnier to have Poison Ivy fall in love with than Kite Man? And I thought they came up with Kite Man, hell yeah, in the show. I didn't realize that it had an origin.
I didn't again. Just think, like, again, there's a whole bunch of villains. Condiment King being Kite Man's nemesis is probably one of the most absurd stories I want to see explored further.
Yeah.
But who's to say we will? But Kite Man, hell yeah. I
don't look up Marvel superhero The Street, who is a trans person that became a no. I think you're getting that backwards. There may be a Marvel character, but Danny the Street is from DC and he's from Doom Patrol. We had talked about Danny the Street a lot. He's become Danny the Brick, Danny the Ambulance, Danny the Night
Danny having the greatest orgasm ever in the episode with Flex Metallo.
That wasn't even. It was the whole.
That's what I'm saying. Danny everybody on Danny, and Danny himself having, like, Danny is now an ambulance. Which, but we forgot to talk about the fact that the Dead Boys Detective Club got picked up.
Oh, did it?
Yes, it did. It's got picked up as its own series.
Cool. I'm here for that. So I'm curious what y'all think, man. Have you ever had anything in your life that was just you were like, you know what? I'm gonna come back to this. I don't fucking know, and it actually worked out with whatever.
And then you just say hell yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't even have to be hell yeah. But you're like, this is some placeholder shit. I'll come back to this, and then it happens to come back. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to this. Hell yeah, like. Blerds in the Hood every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. All full episodes exclusively available on Twitch. www.twitch.tv/BLERDS, the letter NTHEHOOD. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe.